Hello everybody. It's early in the morning. We are going to the west gate of Yellowstone. It's about a 15-minute drive from where we were staying at last night. We got up so early. So during the summer months of Yellowstone, we found out the park is open 24 hours a day. And we've been told that most people try to go in around 8 in the morning. Right now it's just a little after 6 in the morning. So we're going early to try to beat the crowds in. And then once we're going to get in, I think we're going to do what's called the Grand Loop, maybe like the lower loop. We're going to see like all the big things like Old Faithful, I think maybe like Mammoth, Hot Springs, and we'll take you along for that, all of that. So we're all quiet because it's so early. Nobody's really talking. We're all just eating our food. We're eating food in the car. So, all right, we'll see you once we get to Yellowstone. And that's Bruce's filming. He wants to show you the sunset, the sunrise.
So nice.
All right, guys, so we're gonna do some unstable ground boiling water, so be careful. This is called the paint pot, so we're gonna walk around and take a look at it. You can see, we have a little board to walk on, but they have a whole bunch of like boiling pots and everything. So we're gonna see, I don't know, we'll just share it with you. There's Amanda and Miles, they're walking ahead. These waters are boiling, like they would burn you if you touched them. Okay, so we're walking along and it's about 7:15 in the morning. We got here really early, so there's not as many people here. But look at this. Miles just went, yeah, because this is called bacteria mat.
That is scat, which is called.
I don't know if you could see, it's boiling. It's like a bright blue. Wow.
Oh, look now, you can see down in it.
I'm gonna walk up here and see if I just get a little bit better view. It's just this blue, boiling water. Can you believe this place? We're just like in awe of it. All right, this is called the fountain paint pots.
It's just there, spit out.
They're boiling. You can see it's like bloop, bloop. Okay, babe, which one's your favorite?
That's hilarious. Well, this one so far.
No, like you said, there's one that's all spits out.
It's spitting. It's spitting. See, it's like trying so hard to spit stuff out.
It's trying to be a big
Look
geyser.
at
Oh! Look at that boiling.
So cool.
Bubble, boil.
Bubble, toil and trouble, right, Bruce?
There,
I cannot handle this, guys. It's like, it's literally, I just can't. It's just too funny. Oh my gosh. And this, like over here, like this is why you have to be so careful, because like that's like hot steam coming out of that little pit. You'd fall right in there.
How would it be to be like the first people exploring?
Look at these little these mud pots. And I'm just trying to point to it. You see some water spitting through. Like, I don't know, it might actually be acid, to be honest with you. There it is, it's spitting up right there. Boop. Ooh, we're right by this one.
It's not that stinky.
It's not that stinky. So a lot of the times it smells like sulfur. And if you don't know what that is, it's like a rotten egg smell. But right now you can't really smell it too bad. I'm trying to be quiet because you kind of hear it. It's like, whir, whir, whir. So we found out there was an earthquake in 1959, and this was just a grassy hill, and this earthquake shook. It was like a huge, massive earthquake, and it opened that up, and ever since then, it's had this just spewing steam. I know what you guys are distracted by my hat, but I like it. It protects me from the sun.
Oh, cool.
It's erupting. We just happened to be out here and this one just started to erupt. Oh my gosh. cow. Oh! You could hear it. This one is just, you can just hear it. Oh my gosh. It just started going.
Did it really just start?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, it's kind of funny.
So this little one's called Spasm Geyser. And then this bigger one down there, oh my gosh, it is going. It's called Celepsia Geyser. There's another one down here called Jelly Geyser, but it's not going. That is crazy. I have to tell you what just happened. So Mandy and I were walking and our backs were to this geyser, and all of a sudden we hear Mimi. She just yelled, "The geyser! The geyser!" I'm like, what? And then we look over and it started going. She's yelling at us, "Turn around!" Here comes Amanda. She's just taking some photos for people. If you ever see Amanda, she's a perfect person to ask to take photos because she knows all the angles. Babe, what do you think so far?
This is, I mean, it's awesome. It really is like a different planet. It's otherworldly while still being, you know, like nature country. Yeah.
It's like,
I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm rambling on.
Oh, I think you're expressing it perfectly. Let me show you what we're looking at, guys. All right, so this is just like this little area here. It's like, this is, oh, there's Bruce. He's taking a picture. This is literally the a little easy loop. It's called the paint pots. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Doesn't he know this is off the trail?
He's like,
It's like,
No worries.
buddy, you're gonna go. You're gonna get boiled.
don't stay away from the heat, buddy.
He knows what he's doing. Look at him.
Look at him.
This is just, so this is called the paint pots. And it's just a really easy little loop, and you get to walk along and see lots of geysers and little paint pots. So if you do come here, I would recommend it. It's very easy for little ones and elderly. So a little bit about Yellowstone. Yellowstone is in 3 states. It's in Montana, Wyoming, and Idaho. It is the very first national park. The very first one of all the national parks in the United States. It's the first, and it is huge. And there's over 200 types of animals here. I'm learning about this and then just passing the information I just learned on to you guys. And it's gorgeous. I'm in shock at how beautiful it is. It's huge. It's huge. You do have to be careful. My mom just told me a tragic story. When she was little, she and her cousin went to Zion's National Park, and her cousin, he ran and chased a squirrel, and the squirrel bit him. So,
We're careful.
wildlife, you got to respect it. All right, we are now going to some of what we would call the big ticket items, the e-ticket attractions here at the park. We're gonna go to Old Faithful. We're gonna go to this geyser here. I gotta get my hat. But we've been looking at license plates. We saw Washington, D.C., we saw Missouri, Wyoming, Colorado, Utah. We'll see what more we can see. Gotta get my hat. Okay, just for fun, we got Alberta, there's Idaho, California, Virginia. Just reading off the license plates. It's fun. Oh, I don't know what that is. New Mexico, Montana, California, Colorado. Colorado's got these new ones, these new license plates that are red. I don't want to show some of these. Oh, there's Nebraska. I don't like the red ones as much. I like the Colorado green ones. I think those are really cool. Illinois. Holy cow. Like every Oh, there's Florida. Almost, there's Indiana. That's what I was told. That there's almost, this has got almost every license plate. We're just checking it out. Okay, so we're going to one of the main attractions, and we're gonna show it to you. It is the third largest geyser in, oh, what's going on here? It's the third largest geyser in the world, and the largest in North America. All right, guys, this is the Midway Geyser Basin, and so we're here. We're gonna walk up to this grand Prismatic Springs. We're walking up. We left Mimi and Bruce in the car because they're a little tired, and we're gonna walk up here for a little ways. This is the Excelsior Geyser crater, and you can't look at it. It's huge, and it's just all this steam is coming off of it. You can see it's bubbling down there. Wow. Miles is like, it looks like this whole place is just on fire. These are all these geysers, steam vents. So this is one of the most beautiful springs, I guess, geyser springs. But we can't really see it very well because of all the steam coming off. But it's got blues and oranges and yellows. Kind of can see it. It's right past that little lip. Okay, so this is, it starts right there. This is the Grand Prismatic. It goes all the way down here.
Can we roast the marshmallows?
Oh, you guys start to see it. You can start seeing the blue and a little bit of it's kind of the outer ring. It's like a lighter color. And the reason it's different colors is because of the microorganisms that live in it. I love it. So this is it. It's the Grand Prismatic Spring. I know we talked about it, but you can start to see the single-celled organisms live in the hottest water, and they're kind of blue. And as it gets out, you get like bacteria and even some like fungi, and those are the orange colors, I think, and the yellows. This is the Grand Prismatic Spring, but it is right there. But
yeah, it shows.
There's another little spring. Oh, and I forgot to mention, we were walking actually the camera off. We saw Wisconsin license plate. I don't remember if I said that or not, but for those of you in Wisconsin, you're represented.
Look, they have a good.
This one's called Turquoise Pool. Amanda says she wishes she could just scuba dive and go as deep as you could. Of course, it'd be too hot to do that, obviously, but that's what she thinks would be so fun to do. Looks like perfectly, the water's so clear and you can see through it. Visibility is good. So we found out the word geyser comes from Iceland. It's an Icelandic word, and I don't know how to pronounce it there. It's like Geyser. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that. I didn't mean any offense by that. But the word literally means to gush. To gush. This hot water just comes running down right into the river. Just saw Iowa. Iowa! Here we are, guys. This is Old Faithful. And the original name was called the Eternity Timepiece. But an explorer found it, and he wrote that he felt it was Old Faithful. And ever since that time, that's the name it's known as. It goes off anywhere from every hour to 120 minutes. But there's a lodge right behind us. That lodge, you go in there and they have the time, they'll tell you. Oh, you can see it's trying to get a little bit more steamed up here. It's gonna go off, should go off about 9:30 this morning, 9:38. So we got here a little early and Amanda came, sat down. There's like some benches. You see all these people are sitting there waiting to go. And then this is gonna erupt here and we'll show it to you.
No, I said no.
So it sputtered, and they say it'll sputter a little bit, and that's how you can tell when it's getting ready to go. So I saw a little sputter, but it's a little early.
Is it good? It's sputtering.
It's sputtering. We have
Wait,
some
what do we have to do?
big sputters. We just noticed there's people up here. That's a good view. Everybody's all waiting, anticipation of Old Faithful. Oh, see if we could see a little spout. Nope. He just sputtered and everybody's like, oh, sputter.
I don't remember seeing this.
Every time I try to, oh, there's a little sputter. Every time I try to film it, guys, I miss it, so. Sputter now. There's a bigger sputter. Pre-show. Oh, guys, something's happening. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of just a little.
I hope that won't shoot anything.
Oh.
Is that the eruption?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This is just
There it goes.
look at that. Is that the
Holy cow. I gotta zoom all the way out. Oh my gosh. It's Old Faithful.
Oh, is that everything gonna fly right into it?
It's still going.
I know it's so good.
It's just, everybody's all quiet. It's fun to watch. It's starting to slow down. It's slowing down. Miles said it was better than he expected. Like it was better. It was better than he thought it was going to be. I was really impressed with it. I don't. My mom says I saw it when I was little, but I don't remember it. This is the first time I've ever seen it, and you're just like sitting there, also just like. Pfft. All right, so we stopped here at this. This is called the ISO Lake. Now we're at what's right on the Continental Divide for the United States, and what this Continental Divide here is. Think of like a pitch, like a triangle, okay? And if you poured water on top of the triangle, some of it would go down this way and some of it's gonna go down this way. Well, that's how it is for the United States. Right here, think of it as like the top of the triangle. Water on this side of the Continental Divide is gonna run to the Pacific Ocean, and then water that lands on this side of the Continental Divide is gonna run down to the Atlantic Ocean. So right here, we are on the Continental Divide. There's a little teeny tiny lake here. And this is the only lake in the entire world that can do this, that it drains into the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean. Here it is, the ISO Lake right there. There's that little dotted line, that's the Continental Divide. So the drains right there. Crazy. And I think I wanted to stop to see it, but my mom also wanted to stop to see it. There she is in her yellow shirt from her Disney Key. The reason she wanted us to stop here because she loves lily pads. That's one of her favorite things.
They're so beautiful. It's as close to Monet's garden as I've ever seen.
So let's take a look at it. You see all the beautiful lily pads. So it's a little tiny lake, but this is the one. It's the only lake in the whole world that actually drains into two oceans. Big deal for a little lake. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of show you this. So here's this little tiny lake right there. And this is the one that the side drains into the Pacific. This one goes all the way through and drains all the way down into the Gulf of Mexico, which then goes into the Atlantic Ocean. Only lake in the world that can do that. Little tiny lake. All right, now we're in an area called West Thumb. We're walking through the parking lot. We gotta update you on thumbnails. I gotta update you on license plates. New York, Virginia, Ohio, Iowa, Nebraska. Let's see here, we're gonna come through Louisiana, Washington, Oregon. I might be repeating. I can't remember if I'm repeating or not. So, let's see here. What was it? Oh, Illinois. I said Illinois. There's Virginia. There's Ohio right there. They're all like, oh, Texas. Got our Texas. We got them all. They're all over. Like this is the, oh, Nevada. It's the most, Nebraska right there. Iowa. So yeah, we're getting a lot of them. Oh, there's Montana. I think we already have a Montana. And so we're just doing good. Okay, we're gonna go to West Thumb Lake. To give you perspective, we are right here. We're gonna walk, kind of go through here. We're gonna go through here and see all the, like, these different things and maybe come through here and come back.
Deep they go.
This is the Bluebell Pool right there. Amanda says this is one of her favorites so far. Little Bluebell Pool, babe. Guys, look at this. Right behind the tree. It's an elk or something, I think.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
Really? Okay, let's go a little bit closer.
Wildlife. Lake. We're just walking along. There's this lake right over here. And then we turn over here and you can see this is where the hot pots are and stuff. But there's that, I don't know what it is. It's not a deer, it's like an elk, or somebody will know what that is, but it's just right there. I mean, literally, it's just right there. We're in their house. Look at these little teeny tiny springs. The deer's just right over there, or whatever it is. This is the West Thumb Lake. Now this right here is called the Fishing Cone. And the reason they called it the Fishing Cone is that people would come here a long time ago, they would fish. And they would literally take their fish right over that, and it had hot steam coming out of it, and they would cook their fish on it. Now it was, at one point it was a geyser, and then it got downgraded to just a spring. Now it's just dormant. It doesn't actually, it doesn't erupt anymore. It was, the lake has risen up enough that it's actually kind of suppressed it. But when the lake was lower, that's where they'd go to cook their fish, the Fishing Cone. This one is super blue. And then over here, this is called King Geyser down there. And I don't know the name. We'll find out the name. There's gonna be a sign, but it is so blue. I'm gonna try to zoom in. It's just so clear. You see right down.
Oh, this is so pretty.
It's fogging up my glasses because the steam's coming off. It's called the Black Pool. This one is the Abyss Pool. This is the deepest one that's been discovered. It's a little over 55 feet deep.
deeper than me.
Oh yeah, that's
Deeper than you.
I'm trying to think how much is
I thought it would show. This is kind of like the pathways that you walk on here at Yellowstone. You don't ever get off the pathways, and you just kind of walk there. They're kind of cool. Some of them are a little bit older, and some of them are a little bit newer, and there goes Miles. And that's a sweet little path. Look at these little geysers, guys. There's a ton of them. These little, I think there's some mud pots too. You can hear them. There's an odor with it, right? But this one doesn't smell like that. So it smells like fireworks. You know, like when you go to a fireworks show on the 4th of July and you get that smoke. That's what this kind of smells like. It's not really unpleasant. Just kind of there's just an odor to it. Let me show you this. Check this out. This little.
Oh, he's really boiling.
He's getting a little furious. I love this one. This is called Percolating Spring. Just see they're percolating. Just like, hey guys, just making sure everybody's gonna have a good morning. This one's called Collapsing Spring. It's a little more green, but you see the bubbles are coming up. All right, guys, this is called Surging Spring.
But I would not have called it that.
What would you have called it?
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Batu Blue Milk. It looks like milk.
That's a lot.
Like milky
That's
blue.
a very long name, but you guys, we are at the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Batu Milk Spring.
Batu Blue Milk
Batu
Spring.
Blue Milk Spring. You guys, every time, what do you? Amanda's like, that's my favorite. What do you?
He just said,
This way, little guy.
He just said, ooh, mud pots. And I said, those are my favorites. And then I was like, wait, no, I really love like the blue pools. Wait, no, I really love the geysers. They're all my favorites.
Everything we see is our favorite.
Everything's my favorite.
This is called thumb paint pots. I like it.
I do not like that one.
You know, I like it because it's like, I like it when they bubble in. Oh, look at that one over there. Little tiny one. Miles, can you see it right over there? See it? Teeny.
bubbling.
That one's bubbling a lot. There's one over here. I would call this blue starfish. I just told Amanda my name was Blue Starfish. She says, that's a terrible name. And I'm like, oh, I go, what would you name it? What would you name it, babe?
I mean, I guess it kind of looks like a sea star the way it's like spread out like that.
What would you name it?
That looks like dirty dishwasher soapy water. You know, like after
Geyser?
you do the dishes.
Dirty dishwasher, soapy water geyser.
It looks cleaner from here, but when you look closely,
Put it down in the comments. Which name's better? Blue Starfish or dirty dishwater, soapy water geyser?
starfish, sea star will win.
Guys, we stopped to get it. We stopped here to grab some food, and this bison is just walking down the street. I ran right down the middle of the road. Oh my gosh. We have to stay 25 yards away, about 75 feet. We don't want to get any closer than this.
That is so.
Oh.
Can you believe that? You scared me.
I cannot handle this. So we stopped here. This is called like the fishing bridge, little like general store. They have gas here and a little bit of food. And we ordered some food. And then I'm just stepping outside to get Bruce some like Tums, so to help his stomach a little bit. And so I was coming out of the car, and I walk out, and the bison was right in the parking lot. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I turned, I ran back in, and Miles and Amanda were both coming out of the bathroom. And I'm like, Miles, come on. And so we just took off running, Miles and I did. So Amanda's running after us, and she thinks something's gone wrong. So then we run outside, and she sees the bison. She's like, oh my gosh. Craziest. Yellowstone. It's amazing. I love it. So we just stopped and ate, and I don't know if your family does this. This is what our family did. We're driving along, kind of getting a little cranky, maybe a little bit, and then we eat food, and now we're all like, oh, this is the best. We're doing great. We're all happy now.
All those steps and it didn't show.
All right, guys, we are in this. It's called Hayden Valley, and there's lots of wildlife down here. That might be Bob. His tail's going crazy. He's happy. Wagging away.
Oh, there you go.
So there's Bob. You guys, we were kind of freaking out. There's Bob, right? We saw him, and then we started driving, and all of a sudden we're like, oh my gosh, there's 100 Bobs. Holy cow. All right, we're in an area called the Grand Canyon of, what's it called? The Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone River.
Is that fantastic?
Just so much raw power. Look at those little people all the way over there. This is called the Artist Point viewing area. I'm having the tree obscure your view so you can see it. Ready? Very windy. All right, so that's the waterfall we just looked at, but I'm turning this way. There's a video. You can see the river running down. It's cut all the way through and made this a massive canyon. The river is what's cut it all the way through. Well, we are all tuckered out. Almost everybody's sleeping. And we're driving back to our hotel to spend the night. Tomorrow we're gonna have some more fun and maybe go do some more places we haven't visited. And we'll take you along for that as well. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. You are absolutely amazing. I hope you had a lot of fun today. It was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. Did a lot of walking, and we're tired because we got up so early to avoid the lines. All right, guys, you are the best. We'll see you guys in the next video. We'll show you some other cool things that we didn't see today in our next video. Yellowstone is absolutely amazing. I couldn't believe how beautiful it was. We saw a buffalo, a little chipmunk, and maybe an elk or some type of deer. We don't know what it was, but it was very cool. And in tomorrow's video, you guys, I get attacked by an animal or something in Yellowstone. You'll find out about it in tomorrow's video. See you then. Bye-bye.